Welcome back in one of the Bears Front Plays YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, November 17th, and I'm back breaking down some more plays for Sunday afternoon in the NFL. We're going to be taking a look at 4 total game picks today, 3 total player props, 7 plays in total today. We've got a couple really good matchups, a couple rivalry showdowns as well that we're going to be talking about. Before that, let's take a look at the Thursday night plays between the Commanders and the Eagles. It is 6:08 a.m. Was going to record before all my plans on Saturday, but that's just not how it worked out. So we're up early, we're up often, and we're going to try to get some winners on Sunday. For the Thursday game, Commanders and the Eagles, we had the over. That did not work out. Felt like both teams were moving the ball pretty well for the most part, just no points were being scored. Eagles in the second half obviously taking over in that game. Winning outright, I believe, by double digits because they missed the 2-point conversion, 26-16. And then player props. We had both quarterbacks score a touchdown. We got the brotherly shove. Thank you for the brotherly shove. That's the only time I'll probably say that in my entire life. Barkley going down to the half-yard line. And then Jalen Hurts going in. I mean, it's the easiest play in football. Should it be illegal? No, it should not. Grow a pair and stop it one of these days. Jaden Daniels did not get in the end zone, though. So a 1-on-1 day on the player props. Let's go take a look at the plays for Sunday afternoon. We're going to be starting with one of the best games on the slate for today. Pittsburgh going up against Baltimore. I've got a confession to make here, guys. I'm feeling really nicey about Russell Wilson. This guy's playing some really good football right now. He's exactly what the Steelers need. Justin Fields did a really good job, but Russell Wilson's doing his thing. Looks like the old Russell Wilson, putting up his signature deep ball, throwing it down the field. George Pickens and Mike Williams starting to look like this team is coming all together now. I think the Ravens are a fantastic team, probably a top 2 team in the NFL right now, but this is a game that feels like it's got Mike Tomlin and Russell Wilson written all over it. Pittsburgh at home as an underdog, 26-1 over the last 27 games. Ravens are the better team on paper, but for Pittsburgh, the defense is real. Lamar Jackson also against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is his kryptonite. Lowest quarterback rating against any team in the NFL. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers here with the points. I think they find a way to win this game, but we're going to take Pittsburgh here with the points. +3 next play on the docket. Bears going up against the Packers. The Bears are dead. It took me a little bit longer than what it should. Basically the same with the Jets, but this Bears team is dead. Fastest I've ever seen a franchise turn around on a number 1 pick. Everybody's saying it's Caleb Williams' fault now. It somewhat, 25% maybe. It's the coaching. The coaching's the problem. It's always been the coaching. It's always been the ownership, kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not done with Caleb Williams just yet because he doesn't have an offensive line. The one thing he definitely does need to work on is not holding the ball as much. You need to get the ball out of your hand. Incomplete pass or not, you can't keep taking these sacks. I do not think the Bears are going to be competitive this week. The defense gave up last week. The offense is looking really bad. Again, the offensive line is horrible. Some of these guys need to get out of here. DJ Moore, good luck next season. You're not going to be on the team. Keenan Allen, good luck next season. You're gone. Rono Dunze, they just can't get him the ball. So potentially next year, change with him. This is just a bad Bears team right now. They need to fire their head coach. They need to fire everybody. They already fired the offensive coordinator. Won't be enough. The Green Bay Packers have one of the best head coaches in the NFL. I think he's going to be perfect in this game. Have a great game plan for the Bears. Packers, here's the play. -5.5 as the second play of the day. And then the last play for the graphic side before we break down some player props. And then one more graphic play towards the end. We've got the Chiefs and the Bills. The Chiefs have looked decent all season long. It's really weird to say because they're perfect this season. They've not lost a game, but they have not looked great doing it. The defense has been fantastic this year. It's going to take a little bit more time for Patrick Mahomes to get back to his normal self, it looks like. Wait for Patrick Mahomes week 15. He's going to look like Patrick Mahomes again that we've seen in the past. Chiefs go to the playoffs. Chiefs roll in the playoffs. But right now, the Chiefs have been the luckiest team in the NFL so far this season. They have the horseshoe up their ass, especially in that last game against the Broncos. 31-yard chip shot to win the game. And the guy's back on his heels getting plowed over on the left side, blocking that field goal. I do think this is going to be their toughest test of the season, the Chiefs, because Whenever they played the Ravens in that first game of the year, that was not the Ravens that we're seeing right now. I'm still going to take the Chiefs to win this game outright. First of all, you got to know Patrick Mahomes, as an underdog in his career, he is 12-1-1 against the spread. Let me repeat that so everybody can hear me once again. Patrick Mahomes, as an underdog in his career against the spread, 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. The Buffalo Bills, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Doesn't look like Keon Coleman's going to play. Doesn't look like Dalton Kincaid's going to play. Doesn't look like Amari Cooper's going to play. So that's 3 of their top guys out. Cooper, very questionable coming in. He might play, he might not. They're not going to have Milano on the defensive side. It's going to be Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. And Josh Allen by himself sometimes can be good enough to beat good teams. Not this Chiefs team. Mahomes is an underdog. The Chiefs defense, I just don't see the Bills winning this game. So I'm going to take the Chiefs on the money line. Probably going to be a possession game. Chiefs have the ball late in the fourth quarter, down by a couple points. They have a game-winning drive. That's just what the Chiefs do. They find a way to win games. That's what good teams do. So we're going to take the Chiefs here on the money line as the final play there. Let's go to the player props. We're going to start with Anthony Richardson going up against the Jets. Anthony Richardson back in the starting lineup for the Colts. I don't know if it's the talent of Joe Flacco because he hasn't been horrible. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been horrible. I think the decision was made by the Colts because the Jets, this is a must-win game first for both teams, but definitely for the Colts and I guess definitely for the Jets. They both have to win this game to make the playoffs. That Jets defense this season, they've been one of the best teams in the NFL on that side of the ball besides one glaring fact, and that's that they can't stop the run. The Colts are going to run the ball 30-plus times in this game, whether it's Jonathan Taylor for 20-plus and Anthony Richardson for 10-plus, or both these guys getting 15-plus touches each. We're going to see Anthony Richardson have his best game of the season, probably the best game of his career on the ground. Having him benched might have been the best possible thing for his career. I think he's going to come out here. He's going to show the organization his athleticism. He's going to show the organization that he means business. He is your guy for the future. This potentially could be the best game of his career. Over 39.5 rushing yards because Taylor's going to go for 100-plus on the ground. Those linebackers are going to have the eyes on Jonathan Taylor after he establishes the run. Then we're going to see read option plays. Anthony Richardson, take his longest rush here. I think he's going to have a 50-plus yard rush. I think this player prop can be over in 1 carry for Anthony Richardson. If you're looking at other player props, I think his longest rush of the day, I think it's like 11.5 or something like that. I'm going to take that as well. So we're just going to go with the 39.5 on the channel here. But if you're looking for other plays, I think his total over longest rush is also a really good play here. So I'm going to play the 39.5 as the first play. Second player prop of the day, another quarterback. We're going to be looking at Josh Allen going up against the Chiefs. This one's pretty self-explanatory. The Bills are dealing with a lot of injuries. This is a massive game for Buffalo because if they lose this game, the Chiefs basically wrap up the 1 seed. But if they win this game, they have a chance to be the top seed in the AFC if they get a little bit more help from the Chiefs. The Bills are dealing with a lot of injuries. The only people healthy really are the running back James Cook and Shakir. Other than that, everybody else is questionable or out. I do think Josh Allen, if he wants to win this game, is going to have to put his head down, do it himself a couple times in the red zone, and that's no problem for Josh Allen. This is the kind of guy who's going to cut off his hand for 5 extra yards. I'm going to take Josh Allen here, rushing touchdown. When push comes to shove, Josh Allen will put his body on the line, especially going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, which these teams have made their own rivalry. So I love Josh Allen here to score a touchdown as the second play. And for the final play of the day, we're going to be looking at Bo Nix, Denver going up against Atlanta. Give me the over 210.5 passing. I've said this a couple times about Bo. I don't know what it is about him. It just seems like he's got everything under control. Even whenever he's sporadic a little bit, he throws some interceptions. It just still feels like he's under control. Some of his throws are a little bit wild. He is a rookie quarterback. That is expected in his first year with the Denver Broncos in the NFL. But with Oregon, everything came easy. It's starting to come easy to him now at the first year at the rookie level in the NFL. It feels like he's gotten better and better each and every week. Definitely has the full trust of Sean Payton in that system. The Broncos coming off a brutal loss against the Chiefs. Had that game won. Somehow, some way, still found a way to lose to the Chiefs. I'm looking at the number for Bo. This number is way too low. 210.5. Atlanta doesn't have a great defense. We've seen him go over 210 passing yards in 4 of the last 5 games. This number doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think the Denver Broncos will be able to put up a fight. They might even win this game outright against Atlanta. We're not asking for a lot here. 105 yards per half. That's not a lot for Bo Nix. I'm going to take Bo Nix here over his total passing yards going up against the Falcons. That's the final player prop of the day. Let's go over the recap graphic. We have one more game to talk about. It's going to be the Raiders going up against the Dolphins. I'm going to grab the Dolphins here, minus 7.5. I think the Dolphins are starting to look like their old self. This is a team that is very capable of running the table if their quarterback stays healthy. They have weapons all over the field, and I think we're going to see Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle do their thing in this game. These guys have been bottled up the entire season, whether it's been good defensive play or bad quarterback play. The Raiders, they're all over the place. They're naming team captains, the third-string quarterback. Gardner Minshew is going to be gone in this game, I think. It's just a shit show over there for the Raiders right now. They can't move the ball. When they move the ball, it's usually on the ground. Miami's got a pretty good defense this season. The Raiders' defense won't be able to stop the Dolphins from moving the ball right down their throat the entire game. This is going to be a blowout, I think. I'm going to take the Dolphins here, minus 7.5 as the final play of the day. Let's look at all the plays. We're going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers, +3. Packers, minus 5.5. Bears are a dead dog. Chiefs, money line. Mahomes, 12-1-1 against the spread in his career as an underdog. You got to do it. In the Miami, minus 7.5 as the final game pick. Anthony Richardson, over 39.5 rushing. Josh Allen, anytime touchdown against the Chiefs. And then Bo Nix, over 210.5 passing, going up against the Atlanta Falcons. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL plays and props for Sunday, November 17th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.